What actually is the Metaverse?
If you're a little confused by the Metaverse,
That we will experience the Metaverse.
an all-around great day into the Metaverse to South
From
America.
Ready Player One, Zuckerberg vision mind about Metaverse, until Nike with their Nike Land, and even Snoop Dogg has his own land. And so, what is Metaverse? Let us explain about it.
Everyone, today we are going to explore the concept of Metaverse. You may have heard the buzz around the Metaverse, but do you know what it actually means and how it works? The Metaverse is a accumulation of virtual world, games, and experiences that provide users with a unique and engaging experience, allowing users to socialize, game, learn, and engage in a commerce. The idea of Metaverse was first introduced in Neil Stephenson 1992 novel Snow Crash. Fast forward to 2021, companies like Roblox, Epic Games, and Microsoft began investing heavily in Metaverse and developing their own platforms and tools. Currently, Metaverse continues to be the popular topic in mainstream media and culture, with a discussion about its potential impact on society and the economy. A quick rundown of some of the exciting key concepts in the digital world. The Metaverse is a term of the virtual world that replicate or provide alternative digital experiences to the real world. Web3 is the next generation of the internet with a more immersive designs and the user-generated content. Virtual world are simulated environment that allows interaction between users through avatars. NFTs are the token that authenticate ownership of the unique digital assets. AR/VR creates an immersive computer-generated environment, and mixed reality merges real world and computer-generated environment. Extended reality combines VR, AR, and MR to merge the physical and virtual world. Avatars are the digital characters that can be customized and perform functions in an immersive space. Artificial intelligence mimics human-like cognitive skills, whereas blockchain provides a secure platform for the transaction and data management, and cryptocurrency is a decentralized digital currency. The building blocks are the foundation of the Metaverse, and they are the essential for creating a digital world is engaging, interactive, and personalized. Its a proper function is supported by the several key technical components. The first one is the virtual reality and augmented reality. AR and VR create a powerful toolset for creating engaging, immersive experience in the Metaverse. They allow new forms of the communication, entertainment, and education, and are the key concepts in the development of the Web3 and the future of Internet. Whereas artificial intelligence is the technology that enables machines to learn, think, and behave like humans do. With the advancement in the technology, AI capabilities have reached a stage where the computers can learn and recognize patterns from data and perform repetitive tasks. As the technology continues to evolve, AI will continue to play a significant role in shaping the future of the Metaverse. Blockchain can support the massive storage, sharing, and privacy of the data in the Metaverse, decentralized, secure, and interoperable manner. NFTs preserve a single unique identity for the virtual assets, allowing for secure programming, transfer, and trade with the universe. Ownership of the NFTs can be tracked with the Metaverse, boosting the development of the digital marketplace. Major brands such as Coca-Cola, Adidas, and Nike are getting into the NFT mix, encouraging consumption and trading of the virtual possession and fostering the Metaverse development. The Internet of Things is a network of intelligent objects that can auto-organize, share information, data, and the resources and react to the changes in the environment. IoT objects can facilitate communication in blended Metaverse environments. The IoT network enables the exchange of information between the physical and virtual objects. The framework of the Metaverse helps in understanding the modern Metaverse, which has evolved over the years and encompasses the range of virtual experience beyond what was previously possible. The framework consists of the three concentric circles, each representing a different aspect of Metaverse. The outermost ring represents the technological building blocks of Metaverse, which provide the foundation, architecture, and enables virtual environment to be created and sustained. The middle ring represents the interface device that users uses to access and experience the Metaverse environment, including VR headsets, haptic feedback systems, and the peripherals. The innermost ring represents the Metaverse environment itself, where users can interact with each other and the virtual world. The quality of the user experience within the Metaverse environment is influenced by factors such as level of immersiveness, the fidelity of the environment, and the level of sociability it offers.
$120 billion were invested in the Metaverse in the first half of 2022. So even if it's still at its dawn, several marketing opportunities already exist in the Metaverse. Even more, marketing is the main use of Metaverse by companies currently, as 67% of adopters have launched a marketing initiative in the Metaverse, according to McKinsey. Some sectors that cope well with the actual form of Metaverse are particularly trending, such as gaming industry, entertainment industry, sports, media, e-commerce, etc. Engagement and interactivity are very important for Metaverse users nowadays. They also tend to think that brands in the Metaverse are innovative, so it's really important for companies to understand this concept. Immersion is also really important in order to develop Metaverse activities, as escapism and entertainment have positive effects on consumer behavior according to Sung in 2021. Therefore, companies can set different levels of immersiveness, sociability, and environmental fidelity in order to create varied experiences for the users. Currently, one of the most common forms of Metaverse marketing is to create virtual spaces. It's important to insert smoothly in such spaces in order to engage users, but without disrupting too much their experience. This is often done in collaboration with existing VR platforms, for instance. So we're going to take the example of Roblox. So it's a global virtual platform which has more than 50 million daily users currently. So it allows users to gather, to discover virtual places, to visit them, to play inside of them. So this can be used for virtual advertising and events. Indeed, companies can use features to engage consumers to capture their attention while displaying ads for the brands. For example, Vans developed a skate park in Roblox that you can visit with friends. They displayed clothes, items, they allowed players to customize skateboards, and so the good immersive aspect of this event made a huge success, so around 50 million visitors came to this virtual space. Sports industry is also very active in these platforms. For instance, Wimbledon created Wimble World, a virtual space where players could play tennis with friends, unlock items, personalize their avatars. So there was a lot of immersion and sociability, and this made the event quite successful. Customer engagement and brand loyalty then appear as essential in Metaverse marketing. Brands must create communities around virtual spaces, events, goods, and that's what customers seek. They want authenticity and they want also engaging concepts. For all these campaigns, small limits could be the lack of data, performance data, and the need of a lot of research in order to target the right communities. Product marketing is also trending in the Metaverse marketing nowadays. 79% of consumers that are active in the Metaverse have made a purchase inside of it, according to McKinsey. So more than $300 million were spent in Roblox in the first 3 months of 2020. For instance, Gucci opened a shop in Roblox and they sold a single bag for $4,000. So this shows that there is a real willingness to pay by consumers nowadays. So this notion seems really essential today in the Metaverse. Eventually, we can quote the notions of co-creation processes and user-generated content, so they exist in Metaverse, and it's a really cheap way for companies to create content while engaging consumers, so this can be a good idea too. So to conclude this part, it's really important to highlight that the words immersive, social, and interactive really describe best what is successful in Metaverse marketing nowadays. But still, marketing remains uncertain and it's still emerging. So 31% of executives surveyed by McKinsey said that they feel uncertain about return on investment in the Metaverse. So a good strategy could be to make test and learn strategies. So to try things, try events, not too costly, and then to learn about it to capitalize on the success.
And for the future, what happened to marketers? As you probably know, one of the most common approach in the marketing strategy is the marketing mix. Today, some authors, such as Boring, argue that the Metaverse is already changing the way we think about promotion and place. And in the future, it would change at least 6 of the 7 P's of the marketing mix. First, physical, evidence, and product. In a totally virtual world, the purchase of product will no longer be based on physical, tangible basis, but on virtual and non-fungible assets. Many industries will be affected and their physical evidence will change. On the one hand, the Metaverse will be an extension of the brand experience, but it is also the buying experience that will change. That is already the case today with companies like IKEA that use augmented reality to try out furniture at home, but tomorrow we will be able to test clothes and see places before deciding to book a plane ticket, for example. Indeed, the challenges and criteria for customer experience satisfaction will no longer be the same. That brings us to the second of the 7P, which will be subject to change, the process. Let's start with a simple example. In the real world, if you fashion a t-shirt of one of your friends and you want to buy it, you will have to ask him where it comes from, find the reference of the product, go to a shop to find it and buy it. In the Metaverse, if you flash on a t-shirt that another avatar has and that the item is referenced by Nike, for example, we can imagine that you will not only be able to buy this t-shirt directly in the virtual world, but also that you will be able to receive it at home a few days later in a physical version. These processes are starting today, as we have seen, for example, with Domino's experience, which makes it possible to order pizza on the Metaverse and to receive it at home. The purpose of this example is to show how the Metaverse will in the future simplify the buying process. Since it has a global reach, any product will be potentially accessible to any consumers. Since the experience are more immersive, consumers will be able to interact with brand experiences, with employees, with product, with other consumers, and this much more than with current online shopping. The fact that the Metaverse is now based on blockchain technology will also guarantee a secure and fast purchasing process, which will be a double guarantee for customers and for companies that escapes any attempt at fraud. Indeed, you have to keep in mind that the e-commerce potential of Metaverse is evaluated to reach $2.6 trillion in 2030 according to McKinsey. From this point of view, you can already understand the revolution that the Metaverse will be in the promotion of goods and services, but we need to look even further ahead. The strongest point of the Metaverse in the future will be the immersion and the personalization it will allow. Studies already show today that the Metaverse, since it allows the simulation of an holistic presence, favors purchasing behavior based on experience that generates positive feelings. In addition to these new experiences, another new means of promotion will emerge: VPP, or Virtual Product Placement. Virtual product placement are simulated products, services, or activities injected into an immersive world, so that it appears to the consumer as a naturally integrated element of the ambient environment. So this translates into greater creative possibilities, greater engagement of consumers, and above all, the possibility of targeting very specific consumers, as digital marketing have done before. Adidas, for example, will be able to display a giant shoe on the street, visible only to a segment that interests them, while another segment will see a giant pair of Louboutin shoes. For all that had been seen, you can easily understand that this new world is only just beginning, and will therefore create the need for new skills in marketers. This is where another change in the marketing mix comes in: people. Firstly, implementing yourself as a brand in the Metaverse will require you to develop expertise in this area. The complexity and the diversity of the possibilities offered by this world will require the training of new teams, new people specialized in that field, as well as the collaboration with companies or entities specialized in the Metaverse universe. Indeed, what is true for good marketing today will be true for good marketing in the future, getting the right product to the right audience. And to do this, as McKinsey pointed out, we need to start exploring its possibility today. Brands like Nike or Gucci, leader in the early Metaverse, have understood this. The strong investments of today are the competitive advantages of tomorrow, because the more the Metaverse will develop, the higher the barriers to entry in the market will be.
And so, as the Metaverse technology grows, what will be the future of marketing? Let's check it out.
In these current days, traditional marketing use online payments or cash transactions, but people want faster and more efficient ways to save time. In the future of marketing, we will rely on blockchain technology for virtual transactions. The metaverse is replacing the old way of buying goods online, and blockchain technology will be essentials for incorporating NFTs and cryptocurrencies. Lots of marketers will find a way to marketing their brand through a whole new experience to gain more awareness and engagement. Tech giants like Facebook, Google, and Apple have invested in the metaverse and blockchain for seamless transactions in an immersive setting, and customer will have new experience into their customer journey.
And now, what marketers could do right now? In this era, with technological advance such as metaverse that are growing rapidly, of course, as a marketers in a business, you have to start preparing for it too. But what are the preparations? Let's break it down. The first one.
Define your metaverse marketing goals. When establishing your metaverse marketing objectives, it is recommended that you set partial targets, such as creating brand recognition among untapped audience, cultivating a favorable reputation, enhancing customer loyalty, or even promoting ingenuity within your marketing team.
Second one.
Identify the platform. Marketers need to identify the platforms that align with their brands and provide their best opportunity to achieve their marketing goals. Experimenting with multiple platforms could actually help the brands determine which one are most effective for their brands.
The third one.
Design experience for target audience. To effectively engage with their intended audience, it is recommended that companies and marketers create a tailored experience by striking the appropriate equilibrium between native advertising, immersive encounters such as virtual stores, game, events, and sponsorships, and physical events that harmonize with the metaverse and brand.
The fourth one.
Experiment with money-making models. It is advised that companies explore diverse methods of generating revenue, even if the primary objective is not direct sales. The market of direct-to-avatar sales of virtual goods is already substantial, valued at $54 billion, and innovative brands are experimenting with various strategies to generate income.
The fifth one.
Create and collaborative for new metaverse capabilities. To leverage the full potential of the metaverse, companies should evaluate and also with the marketers about their competencies and acquire new ones. Designate a leader to spearhead the effort and collaborative with independent developers and also creators. Marketers can form partnership with developers to expand their reach, and celebrities are creating their immersive media, as seen with rapper Snoop Dogg's Metaverse. And additionally, collaborating with established platforms can help to reduce costs and reach a wider audience.
The sixth one.
Proactively plan the risks for the brand. Some companies have experienced negative consequences due to a lack of preparedness for dynamic and immersive environment of the metaverse. To mitigate this risk, brands should proactively devise guidelines and protocol for customer experience, intellectual property management, user safety, data privacy, and misinformation.